Today isn't visiting day, so Azuman Birinci prefers to keep her distance from this prison in Antalya. Her husband has been detained there for 3 months now, without any clear charge. But far worse than the uncertainty are the police interrogations.
They stripped my husband of his clothes and beat him from head to foot with sticks. They threatened to kill him. They told him, "When you're dead, no one will find you."
These photos of Eyüp Birinci, a teacher, show him in happier days. He was arrested after the failed coup in mid-July and accused of supporting Fethullah Gülen's opposition movement. His family subsequently discovered that he had been hospitalized.
His room was left unguarded for a moment. I dashed in and asked, "What happened? Why are you here?" He told me, "I was beaten horribly. I had to have part of my small intestine removed."
Under the terms of Turkey's extended state of emergency, suspects can be detained without charge for 30 days. Human rights activists say torture is effectively being sanctioned.
The reality is that because of the lack of access to detainees, because of the lack of availability of credible medical reports, we can't definitively say how widespread it is. And we are concerned that it may be more widespread. We doubt it is limited to individual cases.
Kamil Uluç describes the 17 days he spent in police custody as pure hell. His accusations against the Turkish state are extremely grave. The 31-year-old says he and others were tortured for days because he allegedly supported the militant Kurdish group, the PKK. At first he was beaten, then his captors resorted to even more brutal methods.
They dragged us around the room with cords tied to our genitals. My testicles were squeezed so badly that I'm still in pain whenever I use the toilet.
Kamil Uluç says he can hardly sleep as a result of his ordeal at the police interrogation headquarters.
We kept wondering why we had to endure so much torture. I asked the police, "Is it because we're Kurdish?" I don't know to this day.
After 17 days of interrogation and 6 additional weeks in investigative custody, Kamil Uluç was freed by a judge who ruled that the allegations against him could not be substantiated. But the judge said nothing about Uluç's insistence that he was tortured. Back in the coastal resort of Antalya, Azuman Birinci has filed a complaint on her husband's behalf. But she doesn't hold out much hope that the men responsible for torturing him will be brought to justice. Even the doctors who treated him are afraid to speak the truth.
I went to the hospital and told the doctor that I was the patient's wife and asked him for a medical report describing my husband's injuries. But he sent me to the chief physician, and there I was told he couldn't do anything to help me either.
Azuman Birinci prays every day for her husband's safe return and for a better Turkey, a country without torture.